Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at 3400 Cason Road here in Gladstone. We are located at the, I apologize. Let me start this over here. We are at 8400 Cason Road, 8400. Here in Gladstone, we're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We're dropping into a 4-inch ABS cleanout that's at the back of the house, approximately mid-span across the back of the home. And I'll show that point of access here in just a second when I pull the camera out. Line transitions over to cast iron pretty much immediately upon access. Gone through a couple spots here with some standing water. We'll assess these once the line's drained out at the end. Right now we're going to get kind of an exaggerated view of them with water running. Alright, and there appears to be some type of tank. I've got just a horrible light glare on my screen right now. It's hard to see what I'm dropping into. It looks like we may have a pump housing right up ahead here. I'm going to go locate really quick just to verify we are where I think I am. At the back rear left corner of the home, directly off that corner under the decking, there is a some kind of holding tank there, and I think that's what the sewer line heads to. So likely either a septic, cesspool, or some kind of ejector pump. Alrighty, so I am locating the camera head right over at the tank. Yeah, that is water right there. It's really hard to tell with the light glare I've got. I just don't want to drop this thing into... If there's a pump in there, I don't want to get my camera into it. I apologize. I've got all my umbrella shading my stuff right now. It's just the way this light is bouncing off the siding. It's making it hard to see. So I'll do a little reviewing of that when I go inside and some better lighting. But we are right now where that tank lid is at. If you're looking at like the dead center of the tank, we're sitting just a couple feet from it with my locates right now. And it sounds like a company is coming out to take a look at the tank itself. Usually in this part of town with this kind of layout, you don't require an ejector. So my guess is it's probably cesspool or septic. Still got a little bit of water trickling to the line right now, but it's down to a very, very small amount. Alrighty, so we have over an inch of water. My camera head is getting submerged here, which means you've got about an inch to an inch and a quarter worth of standing water. After 25,000 sewer scopes and all the drain cleaning I've done, a lot of bellies don't concern me a whole lot, to be honest with you. This one is more concerning, though, because you have the coupling effect of standing water and rough pipe materials. Cast iron's a pretty solid pipe product, but it has a rough texture to it. So when you get the combination of debris being slowed down and rough pipe walls that can hang on to that debris, it's not a combination I love. It's one that is far more prone. You take the same belly and you put it in plastic pipe and it's a completely different animal. Alright, so this is a spot here I unfortunately will not be able to do any markings for. At first I thought the line was paralleling the back of the house, but it shoots back underneath the home. So that's actually underneath the house, just inside the foundation wall, it looks like. And I'll kind of show how that works here in a second. That belly there in particular dissipates off at about 19 feet. My camera right now is upside down. That's why the water's at the top of the screen. So you've got a belly here that runs from around 9 to 19 feet. And it hits an inch of water. It doesn't go much more than an inch. It's not a belly that's fully submerged. Okay, then we go back into another one right here. So these closer proximity ones, especially when they're under the house or close into the home, they are the most concerning bellies. And the reason for that is if a blockage develops, it's far more likely to result in an actual backup, because you don't have, if you took that same belly there from 9 to 19 feet and you put it 70 feet from the house, it's one I would be unlikely to recommend a repair on, because you develop a lot of head pressure if a blockage does happen, most blockages can't withstand 60, 70 feet of pipe filling up behind them unless the blockage is made out of a lot of improper items. Alrighty, and the way that most repair guys are going to want to fix this thing, they might try and do individual spot repairs, but in general, your better option is to simply regrade the line from essentially the clean out. It starts right as you drop in here. So from about the 0 point to 6 feet, you've got an inch of standing water, a little bit of a break, and then at 9 feet, basically right as the line starts to go back into the home, another belly starts there. And most repair guys are going to do it in one continuous repair. Because if you don't do it that way, the likelihood you're going to have some level of standing water left over goes up dramatically. And right there where I just located the closer in belly, you're only at about 1.5 feet deep there. It's very shallow. And so the line here, it turns and goes straight back into the house. That right there is the clean out access inside the crawl space. So I'm going to recommend a repair here. Obviously, you've got two separate bellies technically, but really from the 0 point to 19 feet, you essentially have one continuous belly. There's only 2-3 feet of pipe between the two, and in order to correct grade, especially if you have tight tolerances, you want to do it in one continuous repair. Otherwise, you're likely to have standing water left over. It's not a great way to repair bellies. So that's how I'd recommend this thing be done. After the repairs are done, make sure a rescope is performed to check the work. Very important to do that. And you ideally want to do that after everything is, all the trenches are closed, although it's not a terribly deep line. The only way to check to see if the line's going to hold up to the, how well the ground was compacted is to put some level of weight on top of it. Otherwise, the rest of the line there, I'm going to do a little bit of reviewing in better lighting, but the rest of the line thus far looks like it's in good shape for its age and has good flow.